Out-drag, shoot, score!
We're on the brink of elimination, and we're on the brink of Game 4 right now. The Rangers are facing a season-ending fault. If they can't pull ahead in this one, the Kings are looking to be crowned champions. It's Blake. It's Sammy. We're excited to bring you Game 4.
And I'm excited to just get right into the game, because this has been a thrilling series. We saw 2 really contested games and then 1 not so contested game. So we'll see what the energy is like from the drop of the puck.
Well, you know what? Both teams, they're changing up their energy a little bit in goaltending. In net tonight, Max Grofstein, he's answering the bell. He has not faced any action other than Game 3 subbing in for Brady Noling. So he'll have to answer the bell and play well for his team tonight, getting the first start in the series. And for the Vaughan Kings, they've been going back and forth with Young and D'Angelo. But you know what? D'Angelo's getting the start tonight. They're riding the hot hand. He's been playing well. Is that the right call?
Yeah, I've been saying from the start of the series, since the start of the playoffs, I've always said you got to ride the hot goalie, and that is what the Kings are doing in Joseph D'Angelo. He's only allowed 1 goal in the series, remember. Once again, Kiemelman's goal was an empty netter, so he only allowed 1 goal. He had the shutout in the last game, the 7-0 victory. And for Grofstein, I don't necessarily think that he's hot right now. He appeared in relief and he played all right, but it's because Noling, he just couldn't get the job done once again. And I think you have to go with the goalie coming in relief. You can't go with Noling once again.
Yeah, he might be out of it, but it will be Grofstein who's in it now. He might be cold, but he's looking to get hot. But these 2 teams, they have some hot players on their team right now, and I know you have an eye out for 2 of their more consistent and role player type guys.
Yeah, that's right. Owen Barfoot, 39, and he plays like he's a 39-year-old veteran in the league. He just makes the right plays. He's a solid face-off guy. He just gets the job done. And what I like about him also is we see him being the first man coming into the corner, really attacking the Vaughan Kings in and near the boards, just playing that kind of meaty role of an offensive player that you don't see a lot at younger ages. So he's just a solid, good depth guy to have on any team.
And for the Rangers, who are you looking... Or not for the Rangers, the Kings, my apologies. You're looking for a guy to also replicate what he did in Game 3?
Well, you have the Rangers on the mind because he bested the Rangers in Game 3. He was absolutely firing out there. That's right, it's AR-27, Andrew Robinson, who is my guy to watch. He had himself a beautiful Game 3. He not only defended well, he always does that. We're used to that. Old news. But he got some points on the board as well, and he exemplified that with his offensive prowess and his just ability to enter the rush. So keep an eye on him. I hope he keeps that hot streak alive because it was a thrill to watch.
He not only has an underrated nickname as a rifle, he has a rifle of his own with his shot. And you know what? They're going to be, the Vaughan Kings, they're going to be trying to rifle on all cylinders, on all ends. And what do they got to do? What are your keys for them to get ahead in this one and end this GTHL season?
Well, we've talked about it all season, right? They run this tandem, and now they're kind of straying away from it. So my thinking is I want to see a tandem excel somewhere else. We've talked about the dynamic duo of Malhotra and Diorio all throughout this season. If they want to win the championship, if the Vaughan Kings want to leave this building as the Kings, it's going to come from them too. They got to excel. And do it all Robinson. Not my best pun, but like I said, he's got to be the guy, and he has been the guy. He was in Game 3, but it won't just all fall to him. Everyone's got to lead by his example. The defensive core's got to do what he's been doing, and that's just making the right play. We saw Cole Emerton step up early in this series. We saw Andrew Robinson step up now. So follow that example. Just play sound defense and strong offense. Finally, crown champs. You guys, you've wanted to be the Kings. Like I said, you wanted to be royalty all throughout the season. You've been playing like it all season. Just commit to your game plan. Stick to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and you will be crown champs.
And that definitely is on the mantle tonight. It's definitely a possibility. But for the Rangers, they want to set that crown off to the side and avoid coronation. What do they got to do?
Like you said in the last game, bro, chill. Erase the past. Who cares? All you know, you have to win this game. That's it. Don't think about Game 5. You're in Game 4 right now. And don't think about the second. Don't think about third. Take it one shift at a time. The past doesn't matter. What matters is the present. And Blake, that's why it is a gift. And it's a gift that the Rangers have one more game to fight and get to that pivotal Game 5. Also, maximum effort. Grofstein, the time is now. This is the time for you to have a legacy performance, because if you don't, game over. Let's go home. It's golfing time. So you have to get out there and play like the goalie I know you are capable of. Finally, Officer Smith, Brady Smith. He couldn't capitalize in the same way in Game 3 that he did in 2 and 1. And it shouldn't fall to one person, but Brady Smith, he plays like he is multiple people out there. So he's got to step up once again. The team relies on him to be the superstar. The superstar needs to take them to Game 5.
Certainly, the Rangers are going to have to rely on those guys to extend their season even further and push the Kings to elimination and avoid elimination tonight. Let's jump to ice level and let's bring you this game for matchup. A king could be crowned tonight, and it could be the Vaughan Kings taking it home over the North York Rangers, but they have something to say about it here in Game 4 at Scotiabank Pond. I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by Sam Brzezowski. We're so excited to present you Game 4 of this elusive and exciting GTHL Finals in the 2023-2024 season.
It is always exciting when a championship is on the line. One team works so hard to get here, can feel the victory, can taste the victory, and the other team desperately trying to hang on and keep their season alive, stretch it to a pivotal Game 5. I can't wait for this game to get going.
That team being the North York Rangers, trying to stay alive in this one, extend their season further as they are facing elimination tonight with the Vaughan Kings poised to go. But Jalen Lobo has something to say about it here. He's out on a breakaway. Good defense there by Zach Nyman to stop that chance. Not even a shot on Joseph DeAngelo, who's getting the start once again for the Vaughan Kings. The Vaughan Kings going to Joseph DeAngelo back-to-back instead of running with that tandem without Justin Young. In the other end, it will be Max Grofstein getting the start after Brady Nolan let in 4 unanswered goals.
And I mean, for Joseph DeAngelo, it's hard not to sell that he is the guy as of right now. He got the shutout. Despite not winning Game 1, he looked very poised in the 7-0 victory in Game 3. So who else but Joseph DeAngelo to take them to the promised land? And for Grofstein, I don't think he was given the chance in this series. It was really Nolan's series to play. It was really his net to take. And Grofstein came in relief, and he looked good. He made a couple saves. He only allowed a couple goals, so can't really pin any of those goals there on Grofstein. So giving him a chance to take the game and to take the team to a pivotal Game 5.
Game 5 indeed is on the mind of Max Grofstein. Coming in relief last game, he's a little bit out of the water, a little bit of a fish out of water, you could say. He has not gotten his reps in this final series, but he's looking to get the Rangers to the promised land right now. It was Nolan who did not have his best game last game around, but he definitely got them to this position to still be involved in the series of the 2-1 instead of getting the sweep with that dominant Game 1, but still going back to Grofstein. They'll be back towards his opponent's end as it's Warren attempting to win this draw. He does. Smith has a good opportunity, but he can't get a stick on it. A nice job there from Levy to pick it off him. Kept in by Simon. He'll wrap it around the boards. They're going up in front. A weird carom off the boards towards Joseph DeAngelo. My apologies. I'm used to calling Justin Young typically, but it's not in this one. That puck goes to the point now. Burley takes a shot there, hits off a body. Smith behind the net trying to get the puck back over to his teammates. Burley still has it. He throws it on a net, goes off Elijah Chavez. Kiemelman with the puck on the stick now. He throws it in front of the net there. It goes off to Alessio. Smith trying to get the rebound. Warren will pick it up to the right side of the boards. They're right in front of the Kings net. He throws it on net there. Knocking D'Alessio down was Brady Smith. That net got dislodged there, and there will be a face-off on the play there. Some good chances out in front. Throwing pucks towards Joseph DeAngelo early are the Rangers.
That's right, and I don't think it's crazy to say that the Rangers have already generated more offensive upside in this match than they did entirely through Game 3. Putting up grade A chances towards Joseph DeAngelo, something we didn't see at Herb Carnegie. It was something that they didn't implement into their game really at all. So for the Rangers, they got to be happy that they are one step closer to breaking that streak of 8 unanswered goals from the Vaughan Kings. They have not scored since Game 2, and they haven't scored since it was Diorio that took Game 2 for the Vaughan Kings with that overtime stunner.
Diorio tries to extend his goal streak even further now. It's at 2 games right now, but he's been on fire. Jensen Gelder throws it over the left-hand side. Shot on net there, saved by Max Grofstein. After it was Jake Power ripped that one. Gelder throws on a net once more. It'll be scooped up by Charlie Hotleys. He'll look to get it out of the zone. That he will, and it'll be no icing. A tip there by Cole Emerton. Nulls that one down. Cole Emerton throws it over the left-hand side. Now over to Jake Power. Power carries up the ice, and he'll dump it into the right-hand corner. The defense goes for a change, but the Vaughan Kings are putting pressure on the Rangers here. Jalen Lobo drops it back to his defense here. Carrying it up on the left-hand side. Trying to get the puck through the neutral zone are the Rangers. The Rangers right in front of the Kings bench here. Nice little move there to get around his defender. Throwing it on the net of D'Angelo, but a nice save there. Cohen Eschwag stepping up, trying to get a play started for his team. He'll go back to the blue. Puck in the left-hand corner now. Pressed up against the boards, trying to get that puck out are the Rangers. Lobo tries to throw it down front. Unable to get one of those Hotleys, but it goes back over to Ashcroft. Ashcroft throws it on net there. It goes off a body, and it breaks the stick of number 76, Joey Capel. That puck is still behind the net there. Trying to get in front of that one. A nice block there out in front. The Kings blocked that one. Tyler Clark got a body right in the slot there. Ashcroft was left-hand side. Throwing it on net there. Tyler Challenger is stopped in the tracks. Nice save there by Joseph D'Angelo.
Yeah, Joseph D'Angelo remaining poised and positionally sound in this game, but what a nice play that was from Tyler Clark to come off the bench and immediately join the play, immediately put his body in the way, sacrifice his own self for the sake of the win. He knows the championship is on the line tonight. He knows that the trophy is in the building. He knows that it could all end at the end of the third period, so really making that commitment right away coming off the bench.
Certainly stepping up in an elimination game, or in a clinching game. My apologies. Clarence Elaine trying to get the puck out of the zone now. With Diorio helping him out. A nice hit there thrown on Diorio right in front of the Kings bench. Garrett dumps that into the Kings zone with forechecker trailing. Bonomo steps up, but it'll be Warren who covers him at the blue. Warren gets it over deep into Kiemelman with Levy pursuing him. Diorio scoops it up in the corner, trying to get it out over to Elaine. The Kings get up through the center now. It will be D'Alessio who brings it up past the blue line. He drops it back for Diorio. Diorio, nice little spin move there to create some space. Driving towards that shot there. Is blocked out in front. It will circle him around the boards over to Levy. Levy throws it over to Elijah Chavez with Caleb Malhotra. Caleb Malhotra in front of the Rangers bench. One hand on the stick. He gets some space and he gets some nice moves there, but he can't bring the puck with him as the Rangers will dump it and go for a change there. Good momentum from the Vaughan Kings out of the gate here. Now here comes Cole Emerton, trying to spark some more momentum for the Vaughan Kings. He'll hand that one back towards the Rangers, and the Rangers will turn it the other way. That is William Garrett carrying up through the ice. Now trying to get Barfoot, my apologies, on the doorstep, but he can't get a stick on that one on his backhand. Not the best option for them as Haig brings it up through the blue line now past the Rangers D. Haig getting pressured up along the corner of the boards now. Haig throws to the point. Power shot is blocked in front. Rebound. Jensen Gelder had a grade A opportunity, but some good defense by the Rangers and some good saves by Max Grofstein.
And Grofstein taking his stance on this game, him getting locked in, as it was Joseph D'Angelo who got the bulk of chances thrown on him within the first 2 minutes. But Grofstein not getting cold, getting those big saves in, getting locked into this game. Those first couple shots are very important, as we saw a big collision there.
Big collision right in front of the Kings bench. Grofstein warming up to the game, warming up to the series. He has not had the reps as the other goalies have had. That is Ashcroft on the bench, or at the blue, my apologies. Rebound in front. Good chance there for Tyler Challenger, but his head was not facing towards the net, not expecting that puck to bounce towards him. It'll be sent back towards Challenger, but it's intercepted by the Vaughan Kings, and they'll carry it up through the blue once more. Zach Nyman trying to get it deep into the zone. Grofstein will put a stick on it for Eschwa Gogan. Eschwa Gogan will have it behind the net. Using the boards over to Lobo. Lobo sends it back. The Rangers are up through the blue line now. They turn it over. But the Kings will then send it down the length of the ice, and it'll be back towards their end. The Rangers have an opportunity to win this faceoff here and get the first goal on the board for them in this pivotal Game 4.
Yeah, and they got to do what the Kings did such a good job at throughout Game 3. Just moving the puck around and just throwing everything onto the net, but this time onto the net of D'Angelo and not, obviously, Grofstein. They need to move the puck around with purpose, not just dump and not go for the chase. They need to be hustling after every puck and just take every opportunity and create every opportunity. It's the playoffs. You're not going to get a lot of shots unless you force them.
Brady Smith loses his stick there. He'll go pick that one up, flying through the air, and the Kings are trying to fly through the zone now. Chavez went down there up against the side of the boards there, and the Rangers will flick that one out of their own end.
Yeah, that was a huge hit from Bonimo just to send a message to Elijah Chavez. Chavez, who has been such a force in this game. We saw Balchi. He also sent a big rock over to Elijah Chavez in Game 3. So Chavez, he's taken quite the bearing of big hits and big plays here from the Rangers. But credit to him, he's bounced right back up every time and ready to jump back into the play.
His bell has been rung a few times, but he'll look to ring the bell in victory in this game, hopefully contributing a few points of himself as he has had this entire postseason run. The Rangers dump it into the zone, but the Vaughan Kings will look to set up their offense in transition now. It will be Caleb Malhotra trying to get the puck through the middle of the ice there, but he's unable to do so. It'll be scooped up by Haig. Haig leaves it on the right-hand side for Malhotra. He'll drop that one back. Levy will dump it in the zone. They'll chase the puck. Garrett scoops it up. Garrett with Jensen Gelder putting pressure on him in the corner of the Rangers zone. Garrett will circle back. He'll look for DeBossi, or not DeBossi, my apologies, that is Matthew Burley, his defense partner, trying to get it up through the left-hand side, but it will not get through. Some back-and-forth hockey, Sammy. It's been just kind of dump and chase so far. We'll have to see if that strategy prevails for both teams. Maybe both teams kind of electing to not take risky routes, as a nice save there from Grovstein, not trying to overplay too much and not make a mistake.
Yeah, it reminds me of how the pace was in the first game. You know, the way that both teams were implementing more dump and chase, were implementing more defensively sound presences rather than tapping into their offense. We saw the goals pick up in the second game when they kind of strayed away from that, but maybe with so much on the line here, with one team on the brink of elimination, one team on the brink of ultimate success, they're playing with a little bit more nervousness and a little bit more caution with the way they move the puck.
It is almost like they're poised to have more of a low-scoring game this affair, with the first game only having 2 goals for the Rangers. The other 2 games that we just saw were filled with goals.
Well, I mean, yeah, the 7-0 win for the Vaughan Kings speaks for itself, but also a goal was scored within 30 seconds of that game. It was Diorio potting in the rebound off of Robinson at the point, and so I think that just shows you the pace of the game is separate than what it was in Game 3, and perhaps separate what it was in Game 2. We're going back to that kind of more defensively minded presence.
The winner of all the games thus far have scored the first goal of the game, so we'll have to see if that continues in this one, but it will be definitely a pivotal goal, and we'll have to see if that comes through. The Rangers are looking to do that here. It will be Kiemelman on the left-hand side of the boards now. He'll dump it back in the corner. The Rangers trying to set something up here with Smith, Warren, and Kiemelman on the ice right now, but they'll go for a change there with Smith dumping it in, get fresh legs out there against the Vaughan Kings top line. That puck will be sent down the ice, but no icing on there. Must have hit a stick at the declaration of the referee. Tyler Challenger trying to get it past Diorio here, but Diorio will shovel that one back in. Sky high in the air. You saw Grovstein potentially going for the pop fly catch there, but he'll use his stick to leave it for his defenseman. That puck will trickle onto the left side now. Chance here, shot, scores! D'Angelo got caught hot dogging, and Jalen Lobo has the first goal of the game for the North York Rangers.
And D'Angelo, I mean, you just can't make that play. You got to decide you're going for that puck, or you got to stay in your net. That kind of half commitment is never poised to come to anything. He came out far too late, and when he did, he didn't fully commit to that flying poke check. He didn't fully commit to going after that puck. I believe it was just a bit of an error on what has been an otherwise fantastic series from Joseph D'Angelo. Don't forget, it was only his second goal now that he let in, as the goal in the first game that gave the North York Rangers the insurance marker was an empty netter. So not his brightest moment, so he'll have to lock back in and keep this at a 1-goal lead.
Too little too late on that decision there, but still a timely goal for Jalen Lobo. We were talking about the first goal of the game. leads to victories, and we'll have to see if that continues within. But good goal for the Rangers to get on the board after a disappointing Game 3.
Yeah, and Jalen Lobo, I thought he's looked great all series long. He hasn't really gotten on the scoring sheet as much as I'm sure he would have liked to, but he's been contributing very meaningfully to the rushes of the North York Rangers, especially yesterday, or the other day, I should say, for Game 3. He was one of the only bright points. Him and Owen Barfoot were really the only guys that were getting things going offensively, despite not actually filling the net. It was those small rushes, using the speed. As number 92, he can really get going.
Number 92 does have speed, and he'll have a chance here. Or that's Warren, my apologies. Shot, rebound, or a pass across the crease, my apologies. Smith almost had a great opportunity there. My apologies. I thought that hit off the pad of D'Angelo. Good opportunity for Smith and Warren, the dynamic duo, to get going there. But the Vaughan Kings stop at the hands of Joseph D'Angelo.
Yeah, and throughout the Majors series with the Toronto Marlboros, we talked about the
Warren coming in here. Shot on net there. Rebound opportunity for Hotleys. Sorry to cut you off, but once again, Warren generating something out of nothing there. We'll let you get your point in before another play occurs here.
Yeah, and it'll lead me to my next point. Actually, we were talking about in the Toronto Marlboros Majors series how there are a lot of duos in this league. We talked about Valentini and Bowie. We talked about Ryder Cali and Brady Wasselin. In this series, we have Diorio and Malhotra, and obviously Warren and Smith. And Warren and Smith have really been making their case for the fact that they can be the best duo in the GTHL U16 AAA division when called upon. It has been Warren and Smith connecting in front of the net many, many times. It hasn't resulted in the on the scoreboard statistics that they'd like, but they have been, once again, the top guys on this team, the top guys in generating offense, and when the team has been successful, it's been because of those two.
They have certainly been one of the main factors of why they are where they're at in this point in the season late in March. The Rangers look to extend this goal, this winning mentality even further here as the Rangers have it deep into the zone. The Vaughan Kings trying to get it out of the zone for their team, for their goaltender. Backhanding it towards the net here, trying to drive is Tyler Challenger falling down in front there. Some good defense by D'Alessio and Josh Levy. Is Garrett keeping it in now? Jalen Lobo in the corner trying to get another goal in this one. He's pinned up against by Gage Brandon. It'll be number 19, Jacob Bolchi behind the net there. Throwing it in the backhand, a little sharp corner. Stepping up there was Barfoot, but he is unable to get a shot that was that good in front there. But still some good opportunities for the Rangers and good possession deep in the Kings zone, as this will be an icing down the Rangers' end.
Yeah, and the Rangers, credit to them, they are really moving the puck well. And it's the Vaughan Kings defensemen. We don't see this often from them, but they really need to tighten up if they want to control this game a little bit more. It was a nice play from both D'Alessio and Levy to take down Challenger in front of the net, but they allowed him to split right through. Their backs were to the play. They weren't paying attention to the speed of Challenger and the way he was cutting towards the net. They got to be careful in the way that they move the puck. I know that a lot of the Vaughan Kings defensemen, they like to enter the play. They like to move the puck, but they need to focus on defense sometimes, and that part of the play right now in this first period has been lacking.
Nyman falls down there from the pressure of Ulysses Lombardi. Crowd looking sky high at the referee, unable to figure out why there was no call there. The Kings the other way, though, trying to get it to Elaine. Some good defense there in transition. Recovering on that one were the Rangers, but a good chance here as we've approached past the 1 minute mark here with 50 seconds remaining. Diorio in the corner for the Vaughan Kings. He's getting bodied by number 42, Charles Ashcroft. Elaine helps him. Throwing out in front to Elijah Chavez as the Rangers now have numbers the other way. They might have a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Trying to send her across, unable to reach. Number 39, Owen Barfoot. But the Rangers keep it in the zone unless the Vaughan Kings can clear it out here. Unable to do so, the Rangers. Finally, the Vaughan Kings will send it sky high in the air and go for a change.
And Chavez needing a change there as he got on his horse to stop Owen Barfoot from getting that 2-on-2 pass. Good job from Chavez to climb his way back into the zone.
The Vaughan Kings Seconds drilling down. They have a chance here. Shot on net is saved by Max Grofstein, ending the period off with a bang. The North York Rangers won this one up 1-0 over the Vaughan Kings. Rangers up 1-0 as we enter the second period right now. We're just actually waiting for the referee, and it's right now. My apologies, a little jumping the gun here, but the Rangers have jumped the gun early in this game. 1-0 lead after a Joseph DeAngelo goof up late in the first period.
Well, you might say he jumped the gun going for that puck, going for the stretch out, not really tending the goal, if you will, but no matter for him, it's only one goal. We saw the Vaughan Kings pile up 7 in the last game, so the Vaughan Kings, they are more than capable of turning on their offense, but the Rangers playing a lot more like the Rangers that we saw back in Game 1.
Diorio had a chance on the doorstep there, but Max Grofstein turned that aside. It will be Lobo pursuing the puck now, using that speed that we talked about in the first period to try to get it going in the Rangers' offensive zone. It will be Warren coming out on the ice now, helping out Jalen Lobo with Smith at his company. They're unable to do anything there. It will be Nyman who scoops it up and will survey his options. Nyman will carry it up himself before he passes over to Brandon on the left-hand side there, and it'll be Tyler Clark coming towards the net. Nice block there by Charles Ashcroft to the left-hand side there. I'll go back to the point to Josh Levy. Josh Levy tries to hit Clark once more. Ashcroft battling up against him, using his body that's Tabasi, my apologies, using his body there around the net. Now the Kings over to D'Alessio. D'Alessio throws it on net there, and that will go out of play. And I think also the net got dislodged on the wraparound play before that.
Yeah, and some pressure put on the Rangers by the Vaughan Kings, really starting off this period hot, similar how they started the first period in Game 3 and the second period in Game 3, just pushing on the offense as soon as they can. And it's Diorio on the ice for the Vaughan Kings once again, alongside Chavez and Elaine. So they're definitely having an offensive mindset, as you see Diorio is kind of in that overload position.
Camera showing the fans here at Scotiabank Pond. It is a packed barn tonight. Fans waiting to see whether the Kings could get the trophy, the medals, the crown in this one, whatever it may be. And they'll also see the Rangers try to hold on and extend their season even further. That puck will trickle out of the Rangers zone. The Kings will look to get it back through. They'll be carried on the right-hand side with Steam on ahead. Nice little move there to break through the center of the ice now. The Vaughan Kings still have possession, though, in the zone. Stepping up, throwing it on net there. A rebound in front on a sharp angle shot. Diorio tried to get that, but it was blocked by a Rangers defender. The Rangers, Cohen, Eshwa, Gogan using the boards to get over the right-hand side. That's Jacob Bolchi. Bolchi throws on net there, saved by Joseph DeAngelo off the blocker. And that'll be the Kings going the other way before Diorio lost the puck, but he drops it over to the left-hand side. Elaine with D'Alessio. Elaine will just elect to dump it in, and the Rangers will set up their offense. Getting pressured, though, by the Kings now. It will finally be Hotleys who shovels that one out on the backhand, and they'll go for a change, and the Kings will get settled here. The Kings behind the net now of Joseph DeAngelo through the center of the ice now. Dropping it over to Jake Power. He leaves it for Geldart. Geldart will wrap it around there, but it'll go out of play or potentially an offside there.
Yeah, it looks like it will be a face-off outside the zone nonetheless. The Rangers doing a good job at bouncing back after facing a good onslaught of offense, not really allowing themselves to panic inside their own zone, which is good. You're seeing guys like Bolchi put more pressure on the Vaughan Kings puck carriers, and that's what they need to do, right? They need to put pressure on the Vaughan Kings because right now all the pressure is on the Rangers. They're up 1 in this game, but they're down 1 in this series. They know how important this lead can be to the fate of their season. So they've got to just play a little bit more loose. Put the pressure on the Vaughan Kings. The Vaughan Kings, get them kind of nervous, force them to turn the puck over, and that's what they've started to do early in this second frame.
Applying pressure right here as the draw is closer to Joseph DeAngelo, just outside of their defensive zone. It'll be Jake Power who is the puck now on the left-hand side. He'll dump it through the zone off the skate of Clarence Elaine. Elaine gets it through, but he won't have possession with him. He'll be dumped back over to the Vaughan Kings right now. Cole Emerton will circle back, and he'll look for his partner, Jake Power, on the left-hand side. Power goes back to Emerton. Hemerton forgets to bring the puck with him, so he'll have to circle back once more. Jake Power tries to get a stick on Elijah Chavez, but he's unable to do so, and the Rangers have a chance here the other way. Throwing it on net there, smothered up there by Joseph DeAngelo after a good shot attempt coming out of nowhere off the shot of Jack Simon.
Off the shot of Jack Simon, indeed. We haven't seen him jump into the offense like that a lot this series, and he did it throughout the season. So it's good to see him get back involved in the offense as he streamed in there, showing his speed, a part of his game that sometimes gets unnoticed due to his defensive ability, his power, and his shot.
Beating by Jake Power there as well. Power on power, you could say, as the Vaughan Kings turn it the other way, and it'll also be another icing. A lot of back-to-back icing and face-off draws that we haven't seen so much in the first 3 games of the series.
No, the only time we really saw it was in Game 3 when it was the Rangers kind of being handled in the defensive zone, in their defensive zone, that is. So kind of a bit of a opposite, a mirrored image here for the Vaughan Kings, as they have been kind of controlled by the Rangers in their own zone early in this period. But the Vaughan Kings, they can turn it around as fast as you can snap a finger. They're really good at that fast break, kind of moving up, run and gun type offense.
As the Rangers look to create some offense of their own here after DeAngelo played the puck, my apologies. The Kings turn it the other way, though. Up through center ice now, Caleb Malhotra couldn't quite get a stick on that one and handled that one through the neutral zone. He'll throw it out in front. Haig, a good opportunity here. He can't quite finish there. Some great defense and also a great save there by Max Rothstein. The Kings are just coming up short on their chances. Jalen Lobo putting pressure here. He'll be helped by number 43, Romeo DeBossi, stepping up from his defensive positioning. It'll be Lobo with one hand trying to get through the center of the ice, but he gets the puck knocked off him. The Vaughan Kings, Tyler Clark on the left-hand side there. He'll leave it for Joey Capel. But the Rangers circle back, have numbers back on defense as they did some great back-checking to get. They've done some great back-checking in general to get back on a lot of the Vaughan Kings opportunities. The Vaughan Kings will set it up once more. It's been a lot of repeat and replicate here in Game 4 so far. The Rangers dumping it into the zone. Dump and chase hockey has been the narrative thus far. As that puck will be dumped down the length of the ice, we'll have to see if it's icing, but no, it will be scooped up by Cohen Eshwa-Gogan. He'll throw it over to Barfoot on the left-hand side. The Vaughan Kings with D'Alessio losing the puck now, but it'll be recovered by Joey Capel, playing some great defense, recovering on D'Alessio's stepping up in the offensive zone.
And the Rangers, what they've been really good at so far in this period and throughout this game is having positional responsibility. And what I mean by that is everyone's in the spot where they're supposed to be, covering the man they're supposed to cover, back checking, forechecking in deep. The centers are staying high in the offensive zone, just really playing a fundamental brand of hockey that we've seen from the Rangers and we've seen them attribute to their success. So I think it's something that the Kings, they're going to have to adapt to. They're going to have to start making more creative plays to get around what has just been a solid structure, a sound strategy from North York.
Definitely have had stability on their game plan so far, just coming up short though, and the Rangers will have to keep going, and the Kings will also have to keep going to see the outcome of this game. That shot on there, stopped by Grofstein, drop into his pads. Jake Power once more drops it around the boards, trying to find Elijah Chavez behind the net. Jake Power steps up. He'll certainly be recovered, but that puck will be sent down the length of the ice, and the Vaughan Kings will have a face-off in front of Max Rothstein to the right of him, as this is a golden opportunity to throw out the top line out there and get a goal back.
You know, I was going to say the exact same thing. I think after being hemmed in their own zone for quite some time, not really controlling the pace of the play, I would be throwing on the big guys. I'd be throwing on Haig. I'd be throwing on Malhotra. I'd be throwing on Diorio, but it looks like it'll just be Haig and Malhotra out there with Elaine.
Certainly still some of their top players as Haig tries to throw it out in front of the net there with Malhotra streaming for the rebound. Trying to send it to Clarence Elaine, though. Hotleys will clear it up through the ice, hits off a body, so that will kill some more time. The Vaughan Kings will still turn it the other way with Clarence Elaine trying to get a puck on that one. It'll be Hotleys starting it for the Rangers the other way into the corner of the Kings zone. Around the net now, the Rangers trying to cycle the puck now. Will be Burley who picks it up. Burley backhands it around the boards. Carrying it up. Now throwing it on net there is Jalen Lobo. An out-of-nowhere play there, but unable to get a shot off there. Will be Burley, or Bonomo, my apologies, throwing it around there. Burley tried to keep it in, but he was unable to do so. The puck in the Vaughan Kings possession right now in the Rangers zone. A nice move there by Malhotra. He's unable to convert on that one. Some great defense from Burley, back-checking with steam, and he was able to have some stability. But here comes Gage Brandon. Gage Brandon standing towards the net there, unable to get a shot off on that one that met past Max Rothstein. And my apologies, that was Tyler Clark who had the shot there. Gage Brandon was most likely on the bench. Or no, he's actually on the ice. My apologies, but it was Tyler Clark.
Regardless of who took the shot, they've got to hit the net. The Vaughan Kings have not nearly tested Grovstein enough in this game, and a lot of their chances has been within good spaces and good high-quality areas, but they have to hit the net. They do like to pick corners, and they do have some of the best accuracy I have seen from a team overall, but what they need to do is actually get it on net, go for a rebound if they have to, get the control of the puck inside the offensive zone, and cycle it a little bit.
Lombardi playing some good pressure on the Vaughan Kings in their own zone now. Barfoot waiting. Puck pressed up against the board, waiting for it to squeak out, and it finally does. The Vaughan Kings. That's not Robinson, that's D'Alessio carrying it through the ice now. The Rangers trying to get out of the zone, off the stick there and a little bit high, but they'll carry it into the zone still. Jacob Bulchi. Bulchi on his backhand can't quite break through the space there in between the Vaughan Kings forwards, and it'll be Tyler Clark carrying up through the ice now. Tyler Clark with the Vaughan Kings company. He has the puck still. He will throw it on net there. It'll go off a body and will be scooped up by Max Rothstein. We'll have another possession in the Rangers zone.
And the Vaughan Kings just not really moving the puck the same way they normally do. Tyler Clark, he was coming around the side of the net there. He had Gage Brandon in the slot. He had him open, and it's a play they usually implement. And Gage Brandon, he had a man on him there, but he could have thrown the pass over rather than trying to throw his own shot. Perhaps it was just on the tail end of a shift. He was kind of tired, just wanted to get a shot on net. And I don't know, just the puck movement of the Kings hasn't been as succinct as it usually is.
Kiemelman has a chance here. He'll throw it out for Brady Smith. He's trying to collect his own rebound, but Joseph DeAngelo stands tall, making a great stop against the Rangers' top forward. Cameron Warren still has it in the zone now. He tries to get it to Kiemelman, but it will be the Kings stopping that opportunity here. It'll be Emerton throwing it around the boards now. Cole Emerton gets it out of the end, and it looks like there will be an icing on the play here, but it'll be waved off. My apologies there, as Diorio out of nowhere kind of spawned in, and not Diorio, that was Clarence Elaine who put enough pressure to wave that one off. As the puck trickles towards the net there, can't quite get a stick of a Vaughan Kings player, but in dangerous territory nonetheless. The Rangers break through now. Behind the net, Tyler Challenger trying to play it on his own. It will be picked off by Caleb Malhotra. Caleb Malhotra, one-on-one opportunity, saved by Grovstein. A good chance for Caleb Malhotra to get the equalizer, but Max Grovstein shuts the door. It will be still carried in by the Vaughan Kings. The Rangers trying to desperately get it out of the zone and get the pressure towards them. Jensen Gelder, good stick here. And Haig, another opportunity. Alexander Haig, stopped by Grovstein once more. He's made two great saves, ringing the bell, answering the bell, and the Rangers have momentum because of their goaltender.
And Grovstein, have yourself a shift, stopping two of the most elite offensive players, not only in this team, not only in this series, but in the league, in Caleb Malhotra and Alexander Haig. Grovstein, give yourself a round of applause for stonewalling them, keeping this game at 1-0.
And Haig hands it off over to the left side, sought by Grovstein, hugging his post. He smothers up the rebound, and it's Grovstein's shift right now. He's stopping everything at him. Great job from Max Grovstein.
And that could easily be a turning point in this game. The Vaughan Kings now finally operating with some intensity, finally operating with that same offensive prowess they usually do, but it's Grovstein shutting the door in a huge opportunity, a clutch couple saves from him, and the Rangers, they need to reward him for his gameplay.
They'll look to reward him potentially with another goal and insurance marker to ease the pressure that he has faced thus far late in the second period now as we're approaching the 4-minute mark. The Rangers trying to get it towards the other end now, putting bodies on the Kings. Knocking some down there was Ulysses Lombardi using that body, and he fell down as well. He steps back up, though, and he'll bring it into the zone of the Vaughan Kings. They have it in the Vaughan Kings' end right now, trying to generate some offense here. As that puck is in front of the net now, bouncing out in front. As a Rangers player goes to the bench there, we'll have to wait and see who that was. And it'll be a chance here for the Rangers. Carrying up now is Brady Smith all alone. Brady Smith throws it back in on net there. D'Angelo easily stops that one with the blocker. The other end now, the Vaughan Kings try to generate something of their own, but Kiemelman will recover and get it up through the center of the ice now. Good opportunity here off the rush, but it will be called an offside. Jumped the gun a little bit there, just past the blue.
Just jumped the gun slightly. Grovstein, I have to say, I'm very impressed with the way he has been slumped into this very, very scary role of really coming in to back up Noling, and now he's made a couple of huge saves. He wasn't regarded as the starter, and as the backup, as the relief of this series, he has shut the door. And now it's D'Angelo's turn there. He made a couple of big saves as well, trying to keep this at 1-0, but the way that Grovstein is playing, I don't know if they're going to get one by him.
They'll certainly try to get one by him, and certainly try to get ahead in this one and end this game in 4. Elijah Chavez gets by William Garrett and DeBossi here, but Garrett will recover and get the puck through the zone. Now actually turning it over, throwing it on net there with Chavez trying to get his retribution. Diorio puts a body on Garrett there. Garrett will look to get it through the ice finally now. Hotleys is battling against the boards now. Digging at the puck, trying to get it loose. He'll go on the stick of DeBossi in the other end of the zone. Kiemelman carries it up now. He'll dump into the zone and go for a change. Fresh bodies on for the Rangers. Hotley still on the ice, though. And the Kings will turn it the other way. It'll be Caleb Malhotra getting through the zone on ice. Dangle, he gets through. But he doesn't have his speed with him after that Dangle attempt. He gets a nice pass over to Alessio. Some great defense being put on him by Cohen Eshwa-Gogan. He pinning him up against the boards, though. With Ashcroft helping out. Ashcroft gets knocked down. Hotleys puts a stick on that one to break it down, as he'll look to probably get off the ice here. He's been out there for a while. The Rangers and Vaughan Kings playing back and forth right now, and it'll be Eshwa-Gogan. Eshwa-Gogan puts a shot on net there. He wraps around. Shot! Scores! Cohen Eshwa-Gogan gets the second goal of the game for the North York Rangers, the insurance marker that they've earned from the play of Max Grovstein.
And the tongue twister twists around the net of Joseph D'Angelo to pot in the second goal of the game. We've seen him jump into the offense so many times this season, and he implements it perfectly there. Cohen Eshwa-Gogan really making his mark on this series, both on the defensive and offensive fronts. And it really seemed for a while, Blake, like it was going to be the Vaughan Kings tying up this game. But thanks to the play of Max Grovstein and Cohen Eshwa-Gogan, it's 2-0, and they are just a period away from booking their ticket to a pivotal game five, a winner-takes-all game.
I certainly hope they don't get a game 5, but they might be, but by how well they're playing right now. A solo effort by Cohen Eshwa-Gogan extends his lead to 2-0 late here in the second period as we're approaching the 1-minute mark. A shot there from Tyler Clark, trying to get one back, but Nomo, nice backhand to get it out of harm's length. The Vaughan Kings will look to regroup in their own zone now. They'll send it over to the left-hand side there as the Rangers go for a change. That puck up through the center of the ice now. It will be Joey Capel trying to meet Cole Emerton streaming towards the puck. The Kings, Caleb Malhotra, great edge work to get around. Great space creation, trying to get by the Rangers defenseman.
And Blake, the Kings got away with one on that. That was undoubtedly too many men. They had 6 guys on the ice there as it was a sloppy line change in the offensive zone. Malhotra coming off the side and miscommunication there from the benches, and that could have been a sticky situation. It would have been the Rangers heading to a power play up 2-0, but they got lucky that the Stripes didn't see that, because We roll the clip back, and you'll see they had 6 guys.
6 guys, indeed, at the hands of Sammy Brzezowski. He's calling out there the sheriff from the broadcast booth there, as there was an offside there. Another sticky situation as they were caught in the trap. Tyler Challenger carrying up now for the Rangers. Maybe one last effort for his team to extend it to 3. Shut down there by the Vaughan Kings. It'll be Caleb Malhotra. He'll look to dangle and get around here. Caleb Malhotra stop. Passes over to Diorio, but it's intercepted by Tyler Challenger. Smith, one last opportunity. There's 5 seconds remaining. Smith throws it on net there, blocked off by D'Angelo. He gets the rebound. Rebound actually in front, centering pass, but Tyler Challenger, not enough time as we'll head to the third period. The Rangers lead 2-0. The 15-minute mark in the third period has just started, and it might be the last period in this one unless the Vaughan Kings can score 2 goals in this time frame. The Rangers are up 2-0 at the hands of Eshkwa Gogan and Jalen Lobo. Those 2 goals may pay them the route to get to Game 5. Sammy, you've liked the play so far, but what do the Vaughan Kings have to do to get their crown in this one? As a chance here for Brady Smith was almost interrupted me there and almost gave them a 3-goal lead.
They need to avoid that right there. See, this is a completely different spot than we were in Game 3. Game 3, coming into this point, it was 6-0 Vaughan. So not only are the teams in a different position, but what I mean by that is a 2-goal lead versus a 6-goal lead, as the Vaughan Kings had a nice chance there, is completely different. It is not by any means insurmountable. What they need to do is keep generating chances like that, think a little bit more offensively, but not in the pursuit of having their gaps defensively. I believe their defense has not been that tight ship they've run all throughout this year that we've seen so many times. It's been lackadaisical. It's been non-protective in front of D'Angelo.
As Gage Brandon had an opportunity to tip that one in front from Josh Levy. I'll let you continue your thought right here, Sammy.
Well, that's just it. That's the kind of chances that they have to create. What we've seen from the Rangers, they've just had an offensive mindset. They've just been pushing towards the goalie, pushing towards D'Angelo, as the Rangers do like that. Those kind of chances that may not always come into fruition, but just getting the chances and creating your own chances. I've been beating that hammer since the start of the playoffs. You have to create your own chances, and the Vaughan Kings, they haven't done that nearly enough.
Not done nearly enough after creating a lot of opportunities in Game 3. But the Rangers have answered the bell very, very well in this one. Up 2-0 with the final period of regulation left to go. The Vaughan Kings keeping it in the Rangers zone, though, with Elijah Chavez's backhand getting it deep, but it goes back to Cole Emerton at the point. He leaves it for Diorio, but Diorio turns it away with the pressure of some Rangers players at his side.
Yeah, and the Rangers, they haven't been able to start periods on time. I think they've been kind of pressured in every period they've started since Game 1. They've got to find a way to kind of get going right from the drop of the puck. The Vaughan Kings, they've certainly done that. If not for that chance for Brady Smith, it would have been all Vaughan Kings for the first 3 minutes of this period. So they've just got to find a way to tighten up their play within the first couple of minutes, really get into a groove immediately.
As Caleb Malhotra tried to get his team on the board there, grooving his way through the center of the ice right in front of Grofstein's crease. That puck is sent down the ice there, and it will be icing on the play. Wasn't sure if the referee was going to call that. He put his hand up there late, but it will be sent back down towards Grofstein's territory.
Yeah, and we saw that Cole Emerton, he was jumping into the play. We see that a lot from him. He's not afraid to leave his defensive positioning and get into the crease, get into the offensive mix. And that is what the defenders need to do. But if they get caught, they need to get back on their high horses, because the Vaughan Kings can't afford to be scored on once again. It will be an absolute task to try to get one past Grofstein the way he's been playing, and to get 2, let alone 3 and 4. That is nearly impossible right now, the way that this game is shaping out.
The Rangers are poised and lined up to extend this to Game 5, and it's said a lot in professional hockey, Game 7, anything can happen, but certainly even though the Vaughan Kings may have had higher in the goal differential, maybe have at some points looked at the more dominant team, Game 5, anything can happen if the Rangers prevail here.
Well, you mentioned it in Game 3. It doesn't matter how you win a game. It just matters that you win the game. The Vaughan Kings, they won 7-0. Let's say the game ends right now. The North York Rangers wins 2-0. Those games count exactly for the same. They count for one in the series. So right now, all the Vaughan Kings need to think about is this game here and now.
Lombardi drags that one back there, but it goes off the skate of Nyman as he'll carry the puck still on his backhand here, but he turns it over to Nyman once more. Nyman goes for a change after some stellar plays on the defensive end. It'll go to Bonomo behind Grovstein's net. He'll circle that one back onto the stick of D'Alessio at the blue. He'll circle that one back past the neutral zone to Josh Levy, and Josh Levy will try to get it up to Joey Capel. Joey Capel sends it into the corner. Garrett and number 36, Tyler Clark, trailing, but it'll be the Rangers who get through here. It'll be Barfoot. Barfoot up against the boards now. Smith kind of watched from afar, unable to help him as he was trying to protect his spot as the Kings turned it the other way. The Kings throw it on the net, but it goes off to the side there. Kiemelman will pick it up, and Kiemelman will look to start his group going towards the other end of the ice. A nice stick there by number 12, Matthew Burley, to get Brady Smith, not Matthew Smith, my apologies there. A lot of mix-ups there, combining Matthew and Brady together.
That's right, but combining for the nice play there was Brady Smith and Matthew Burley. As Burley, he just played that nice and easy. He used that one hand to get that long reach. He hit it up to Smith, and Smith hit it back into the zone. You might see that a lot from the Rangers in this period as they just try to control the pace of the game, try to run back to that defensive presence that we saw in the first couple minutes of the first period. The first half of the first period, really, that flashback to the Game 1 style that we mentioned. We'll see if they revert back to that, as it did pay dividends, and they haven't allowed a goal when they've started to play that sort of strategically defensive mindset.
They'll look to employ that further in here. The Kings win the draw. A shot from Joey Capel is off the blocker of Max Grovstein. Lobo will pick it up, will miss the glove, and Tyler Challenger was unable to pick up the pass that hit off the glove of Jalen Lobo. The Rangers carrying up through the ice now. On the stick of Tyler Challenger, he backhands it into the Vaughan Kings zone. The Vaughan Kings carrying up through the ice now. It'll be Nyman carrying along his own. Nyman on his forehand. He elects not to shoot and will circle back towards the corner, not getting himself knocked down. That puck will go back towards the Vaughan Kings zone. Cat and mouse game so far here in the third period, going back and forth with no chances really getting away there other than off the draw. The North York Rangers carrying it through the ice now. That will be declared offside. This game so far has been very exciting, Sammy. It has been exciting for the Rangers. They've gotten 2 goals, especially in the first 2 periods. But so far, and even just in the other play, the other moments that haven't really led to anything on the score sheet, it's been really neck and neck, cat and mouse, and hasn't had a lot of highlight reel plays that we've seen earlier in the series.
No, that's right. And, the first 2 periods, they were a little bit more, simply put, exciting. Right now, I think the North York Rangers, they'll take for lack of better terms, a boring third period. They don't want that drama. They don't want the excitement. They want to just stick to a game plan and execute it. I was about to say before that offside, there hadn't been a lot of whistles because you've seen the Rangers. They've just been looking to do just that. Just get it out of the zone, get it deep in, force the Kings to regroup, force them to start feeling that sense of urgency.
Sense of urgency indeed, because it is a clinching game for the Kings, and for the Rangers, it is elimination game. So both will look to try to get ahead in this one. Tyler Clark will look to get ahead for his team right now as he throws it back over to Caleb Malhotra in the Kings zone. Caleb Malhotra, nice little way to get around his defender there. Josh Levy throws it off the boards in front of his own team's bench. He'll go back towards him. He throws it in the corner once more. Patent play by the Vaughan Kings to throw it in that left-hand corner to the right of Grovstein. Caleb Malhotra, or Cole Emerton, my apologies, has the puck here. He throws it to Haig on the right-hand side. Haig He gets knocked down by number 13, Brady Smith. Or not by 43, my apologies to Bossy. Cole Emerton has a chance. Dribbling puck, the fan-on shot almost trickled through. As that rebound out in front had an opportunity to find Twine. Bodies falling all over the ice right now, tripping and getting hit around, but no penalties. The referees have put the whistle away in this pivotal game 4, third period, my apologies. The puck will be sent down the ice once again, and it will be Grofstein, another icing face-off that he has to face.
That's right, and he has looked fundamentally solid on every single one of those faceoffs so far. And you mentioned the referees putting their whistles away. I got to love that as a fan because it's allowing the players to play their game, and it's allowing the players to dictate how this game goes. You never want a championship to be decided, a season to be decided off a controversial call. So really admire the reason from the refs there, the reasoning allowing the guys to play their game and allowing all this drama to unfold.
Have you seen any plays that could have been potentially penalties or plays blown by the referees, though, since they have been keeping the whistles kept in their pockets?
Not really. I mean, the way the game has been played, we've seen a couple collisions. We saw, I believe it was Eshkok Kogan knocking Nyman down in the corner earlier. That one, perhaps mid-season in a second period game, that could be called, but I think they're letting the guys play more physically. They're letting the game play out, and that is playoff brand hockey. As long as no one's doing anything to get themselves or someone else hurt, then I say play on. Let's keep the hockey going.
Keeping the hockey going indeed. As the time has flown by here as we approach the 5-minute mark in the third period. 5 minutes ago for the Rangers to extend this to Game 5. The Vaughan Kings still have time to generate 2 goals of their own here to maybe push it to some more extra time. We saw Game 2 go to overtime where Alessandro Di Orio played hero. The shot out in front has a big rebound, but it's scooped away, shoveled out there by the Rangers, and they'll shove it out again once more, and it'll go past the blue over to Levy. Levy sends it over to the left-hand side now, over to Andrew Robinson, who dumps it in. The Rangers use the boards to clear it out, and they'll have to get back and circle up and get more offense going through transition through the neutral zone. That goes off a stick and won't be declared icing. The puck trickles through here, and it'll be the Rangers on the other end. It'll be Lombardi carrying it into the zone now. Lombardi, a good opportunity to throw it on the net of D'Angelo and chase his own rebound, but D'Angelo uses his glove to stop that one in his tracks.
And one of the, once again, very few whistles we've seen in this period. And for the Vaughan Kings, that's not very good. I mean, this time has dwindled down quick. It really feels like time has been running the way the puck has been moving, and they got to be thinking about calling a timeout soon. They got to be thinking about pulling D'Angelo soon because they are still down by 2, and they haven't generated nearly enough offense towards the net of Max Grofstein.
They'll look to utilize the 2 timeouts that the head coach has, as not using them when down would be a waste of them being accessible. The Rangers trying to get this game more out of reach for the Kings and put the nail in the coffin. The Kings carrying it through the ice now. That'll be Haig who's carrying it up. Alexander Haig carrying it through the ice now. He goes around the right-hand side as he usually does as he cuts towards the net there, but unable to get a shot on net as Bolchi will hit off his stick and will be scooped up by Zach Nyman. Nyman behind the net now. He throws it to the left. It goes over to Alessandro Di Orio now. The Kings superstar streaming towards the net. Throws it on net there. Goes off a body in front. And once again, the Kings will look to repeat the same process once more, but this time with fruition. Caleb Malhotra will get it going, though, this time. Caleb Malhotra. He throws it on the net there, but it goes around and hits the side of the net along the post. Again, the puck trickling around. Play still resuming. No stoppages in play have been the story throughout this game. That puck is tipped out in front. It'll be Gage Brandon trying to get ahead on that one. He's unable to get by the Rangers defenders. Jalen Lobo, a nice backhand to get the puck out of the zone there, but he's unable to do so. It'll be Clarence Elaine who stops that opportunity. Finally, the puck gets out of the zone, and the Rangers can finally get some fresh bodies out there on the ice, both on offense and defense, but it will be icing for them once again. Even though they're playing more that cautious route to get the puck out of harm's way for Grofstein, the faceoffs may pile up, and it might start to hurt them.
it might start to hurt them. You can tell the Rangers, they're just kind of playing that, like you said, cat and mouse game where they're just dumping it away. They're just trying to get rid of it. They're trying to get it out of their zone. They'll take the icings. They'll take the, lopsided puck possession in the opposing zone. They're really just trying to keep it away from the danger areas. And now the timeout called by the Kings here really gives them an opportunity to get something set up, get something some strategic set play in motion, because 3:05 left. They've got to score 2 goals on a guy who has been shutting the absolute door. So quite the task they have on their hands. And in a championship clinching game, a potential championship clinching game, it doesn't get any more exciting than this. The Rangers, their season on the line. They just need to hang on to clinch Game 5. The Vaughan Kings, they need to put 2 up quick in order to prevent that.
You talked about how Grovstein's shut the door. He has really stepped up. Hadn't had a single start this entire series. He comes in relief for Noling, and he has played exceptionally.
That's right. And, I think that just tells you he gets to start for Game 5. If they win it, if he was the one responsible for the win, he should start Game 5 without a doubt. Obviously, if they don't win, doesn't make a difference. But if they can hang on for this next 3 minutes and 5 seconds, he should be in between the pipes.
42 minutes of blanking the Kings thus far. He'll look to do it some more. The Kings, though, drew up something during that timeout. I assume a set play. They'll have their best guys out there on the ice, especially when they pulled Joseph DeAngelo. 6-on-5 for the Kings. The Kings carry it up now. Centering pass, shot on net. Their shot scores! Gage Brandon, it doesn't get any better than this. We have a hockey game.
We do have a hockey game, and the Vaughan Kings just 1 goal down now with 2.5 minutes left, looking a lot less plausible for this game to go to Game 5. It is the Vaughan Kings offense that finally started clicking. Finally, they threw on net, and the Rangers, now they are in the hot seats. They have to keep this game where it is. The 2-goal lead was a nice cushion for them. It was nice and comfortable, but now a good amount of time. The Kings, they don't even have to pull DeAngelo yet, so this is exciting.
That goal was assisted by Caleb Malhotra and Zach Nyman on the play there. Good for them to get on the score sheet and get their team a chance here late in the third period. D'Alessio throws it on net there. A chance for Diorio to play hero once again, but he's unable to meet the net of Max Grovstein. Diorio has it once more, throwing it on net there, but no oomph on that one, as they'll throw some oomph down the end of the ice, trying to get the third goal, but unable to do so. The referees, my apologies, about to say the Rangers and the referees, but that will be blown. No icing on this one as the Kings float the other way. Blocked off the blocker of Grofstein on the right-hand side. Kept in by the Kings. That puck goes to the end of the boards there. Jack Simon looks to clear it out. A good clear there as that will be waived icing once more. D'Alessio will pick it up. D'Alessio hits off the stick of a Rangers forechecker, and it'll go to Malhotra now. Malhotra. He dangles around. Alessio, he throws it around the boards there on the backhand. Getting it deep in the Rangers zone. Behind the net now the puck is Gage Brandon. Gage Brandon Malhotra will be picked up by Diorio. Diorio sends it to the point. Over to D'Alessio on the right-hand side. D'Alessio over to Caleb Malhotra. He squeaks through, throws it on net there, but Grovstein stops the falling down Caleb Malhotra with a beautiful save late in the first. 1:16 to go. Grovstein, despite the goal, he's still staying strong.
And a great chance there from Malhotra. And Ashcroft was really doing all he could on that play, physically trying to rip him down, trying to take him down in front of the crease, but it was Malhotra just cutting towards the middle of the net, getting the shot off. Now a timeout for both teams. They can just discuss this next minute and 15 seconds. These next few moments are the most important of this entire season. It's what they worked for all year. These are the moments where heroes are made. Will it be the 15 seconds and 1 minute that make the Vaughan Kings champions, or will it be forced a Game 5? As a fan of the sport, it doesn't get much better than this, Blake.
This is hockey. This is playoff hockey. This is the playoffs. This is the finals, baby, and we love it here. One correction, though, it's 1:16 left on the clock rather than 1:15. That extra, every second counts.
It does. Every second counts. I mean, of course, if this was a game in the regular season, the 1 second is like what makes the difference. But when we've seen how fast a second can really change the series, how fast things can flip on its end, you're right. Every second counts. It's 1:16, and it will be up to likely 17 Diorio to get something started for the Vaughan Kings.
The second is the difference between the release of the puck of going into the net, so it always pays dividends to have that extra marker on the score clock. It'll be Diorio lining up against the draw now. He will go up against Cameron Warren, I believe. We'll have to check and make sure that is him, but either way, it will be the Rangers clearing out of the zone now, and it will be Brady Smith putting pressure on Zach Nyman. Nyman, a good job to close him off and leave the puck there for his teammates, and it'll be the Kings the other way. 1 minute remaining right now here at Scotiabank Pond. The most pivotal game of the season. A shot there on Grovstein is stopped, though, and we'll have some 56 seconds of action back in the Rangers' end as they'll look to clear it out and create more opportunities to get some relief for their goaltender.
That's right, and this is perhaps the biggest face-off of the season right now. A huge opportunity for the Vaughan Kings and for the Rangers to close this one out.
Won the draw were the Rangers initially, but it's up against the boards now, digging at it, shoveling it out. Both teams are trying to get that puck loose in their possession. It'll be the Kings who get it out, but it'll go awry of Zach Nyman. Nyman made a nice play earlier in the game, but he'll have to play hero here and get it set up for his team. He almost coughs at the puck to Brady Smith once more, and a good opportunity, but it's taken away by Haig. And the other way now, the Kings. The fans on their feet now. Carrying to the zone, shot on net. They're smothered by Grovstein, shutting down any opportunity out there in front. The referee getting pinched up against the boards as the Kings and Rangers are going at it, showing a little bit of feistiness late here in the first period with 25.6 remaining.
That's right, and it was Haig who went for that extra little poke, but it was Haig who started that whole rush in the neutral zone. He noticed the Rangers had it. He knew he wouldn't be in their viewpoint. He knew he was in the blind spot. He lifted the stick, started the rush, and the Vaughan Kings bring on a new defensive core. They'll likely want to get the puck back to D'Alessio so he can let one rip.
D'Alessio does have a bomb there at the back, and it will be the Kings who come through, but the Rangers diving at the puck there, trying to get it through, but it's Nyman who scoops it up. Kings still in the zone now, trying to get it out, or the Rangers, and they will do so. They'll chase after the puck. A good clear there. D'Alessio streaming towards the net. The Rangers unable to do so. The fans on their feet now with 5 seconds remaining. The Kings, one last opportunity, but it will be smothered and out of play. Now they're going right at it. That puck went right out of play, and they went right out after the whistle. 3.2 remaining. It will be for the Vaughan Kings to draw up something, get something going, and get this equalizer in the third period.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they set up in this situation because it'll be a face-off outside the zone. So I imagine the Vaughan Kings will run a bunch of wingers on the other side, but we'll see how it goes.
Likely it will be just dropped and cut off. The Rangers will advance to Game 5. The Rangers hold on as they're going to Game 5. It's the 2-2 series lead. The Rangers win this one 2-1. A great performance from Max Grovstein. And you know what? We're going to Game 5. Not quite Game 7 antics as it is in the GTHL. This is all we can go to. Final game this season. There's nothing more after this.
And I was holding on to my tie. I was sweating for the North York Rangers because it was close. When Brandon, he got that first goal, I was like, we might be going to overtime again. But Grovstein, what a game. I needed you to step up. They needed you to put the maximum effort forward, and he did. Legacy performance. I was saying to you during the game, no matter what happened, he has to be the starter for Game 5. If the Rangers could get there in any way, you got to give it to the hot goalie, and I have no doubt he will be the starter in that one.
It definitely will be Max Grovstein's game. He has the reins in between the nets, in between the pipes, that is. But you know what? Enough about him. Let's talk about how Jalen Lobo, he scored as well. Cohen Eschbergen scored. You talk about Gage Brandon. He almost sent this one to overtime, but couldn't quite get it. His team just didn't have quite enough time there. I assume all of those guys are definitely in your consideration for the 3 stars of this match.
Yeah, we talked about, you said, let's not talk about just Max Grovstein, but one more time I have to give him his flowers. One more time. he was phenomenal. Like, he made a couple insane saves that I didn't even know he was capable of making. He really earned that starter position. And, Nolan, he had the early part of the series. It was his series to win. Grofstein comes in. Now it's his series to win. True exemplification and demonstration of what a tandem is. You ride the hot goalie. You ride the hot goalie. Blake, you ride the hot goalie. You just have to do it. And Grofstein, he is the hot goalie. Like you said, also, Cohen Eshkok-Kogan, not only a great name, but a great game from him. He really stepped up. We said he's one of the more athletic players on this Rangers team. We were talking about how he can really step up in big moments, and he did that here. Part of the reason why the Rangers are moving on is because not only his offense, but his defensive play as well. And finally, DeAngelo, I mean, you did all you could, man. You played fantastic. I think the Rangers were just the better team in this one. Once again, they shut down the offense of the Vaughan Kings. The Vaughan Kings offense, when it gets shut down, it's dangerous for them. And DeAngelo did his best, but he couldn't pull off the win.
And we talked about the Rangers a lot. We've given them their flowers. I think it would be kind of glazing if we did it anymore. I want to hand you over 2 questions about the Kings. 1, who's starting Game 5? Is it DeAngelo or Young? And 2, where was Alessandro Di Iorio?
Well, I'm going to reverse those. Second question, I don't know. I simply don't know. He just didn't step up in the way we all thought he would. After a phenomenal Game 2 performance, obviously he got the overtime winner, and a phenomenal Game 3 performance, I thought he was going to ride that hot streak, take his team to the promised land in this game. Didn't really notice a lot of the Kings out there. It was only really Gage Brandon and Caleb Malhotra creating the offense. Malhotra, once again, creating offense, but unable to put it forward onto the stat sheet. And for your other question, it's a difficult decision, right? We said Joseph DeAngelo, he has played great in every single game. But I don't think you can give the starting position in a pivotal Game 5 win to a goalie who has only won 1 game. He's 1-2. The other goaltender, Justin Young, he is 1-0. So I think you got to give it to Justin Young. I think you got to give it to the guy who is undefeated in this series so far. Mix it up just as the Rangers mix it up with Grofstein.
A gritty win for the Rangers. We'll have to see if all the stars will align for this Game 5 matchup that we're excited to present to you. The GTHL may end soon, but we're excited to give you a fantastic finale.
Nice move there from the Orioles.
Midget shoots, scores!